The saga of the Children's Minister and the former Children's Commissioner continues to plague the government. The Premier is now defying calls for a second apology to Paul Mason after the government leader in the upper house, Doug Parkinson, defended comments by Lynn Thorpe yesterday. The opposition says it's another leadership test for the Premier, but Lara Giddings is trying to put the issue to rest and focus on the state's budget woes.
Children at the Special Olympics seemed happy to play with the Premier, but the former Children's Commissioner says the government is being a bully. Paul Mason is angry at comments yesterday from the government's leader of business in the upper house, Doug Parkinson.
And the government's still behaving like a bunch of school children in the schoolyard.
Mr Parkinson told Parliament the Children's Minister Lynn Thorpe was right to reveal confidential information about Mr Mason, and her apology was politically motivated.
Mr Parkinson's response beggars belief. It was a very serious matter to reveal those selection details.
The opposition leader was getting up close and dirty in a Tamar River problem. He says the Premier is mired in a dysfunctional government.
If Lara Giddings has any strength, any capacity to rein in her maverick member in Doug Parkinson, then she will have him apologise immediately.
The Premier says Mr Parkinson has personally apologised to her, and that's enough.
Doug's apology is to me because he let me down in actually using the opportunity to explore his own personal opinion.
This is further illustration of a government that's all over the shop, it's out of control.
The Premier is trying to focus on other issues like the $1.2 billion hole in state revenues. She's admitted money from the Retirement Benefits Fund is being used to fill gaps in the budget.
But what we do, of course, is use all the cash in the system to assist in our budget management.
The Greens are unimpressed.
Continually pushing out the unfunded super liability held by the Tasmanian government is accounting and budgetary laziness.
A potential saving could be alternative sentencing options recommended in a new report. The Corrections Department says it only costs $12 a day to supervise offenders on community corrections sentences rather than around $300 a day in prison.
At the end of the day, a strategic plan is not just about funding, it's about making sure that the things you're already doing are going in the right direction.
To implement those changes will also require funding, which the government may struggle to find. Jackie Street, ABC News.